Hey, today all day, we've got a great show for you on this Tuesday morning, including an all-day exclusive chat you can only see here. Let's kick it off with Pop Start. We check in with Carson, who's covering all the buzzy headlines, including a look back at the life and career of Emmy-nominated actor Michael K. Williams.
As you say.
Best time of the morning.
Best time of the morning, Mr. Daly. Good to see you.
It's good to see everybody. We're going to start up Pop Start today with the loss of a true talent in Hollywood. Actor Michael K. Williams, best known for his captivating role as Omar Little in HBO's The Wire, was found dead in his Brooklyn apartment yesterday. Two senior NYPD officials tell NBC News the likely cause was a drug overdose. Williams was just 54 years old. NBC's Joe Fryer has a look back at his life and career.
With an ominous whistle and a signature sawed-off shotgun, Michael K. Williams established the character Omar Little on the HBO series The Wire as one of the greatest in TV history.
All in the game.
A stick-up man on the streets of Baltimore isn't someone who might be typically beloved by fans.
A man got to have a code.
But Williams' incredible portrayal of Omar's groundbreaking story won many over, most notably President Obama.
Omar's, by the way, my favorite character.
The Brooklyn native went on to star in other acclaimed projects like Boardwalk Empire.
Bring these people another round on the house.
12 Years a Slave.
We were traveling. We wish we'd Dodge riots.
And most recently, Lovecraft Country.
Hey, you respect me? Get out of here!
Which earned him his 5th Emmy nomination and a win from the Hollywood Critics Association just last week.
What a way to feel seen. What a way to feel acknowledged.
Through it all, though, the role of Omar was never far away. Williams telling Hoda in 2019.
Michael, you know, people, when they look at you, they think The Wire. I mean, that must happen all the time. You ever get sick of that?
Never.
Never.
Never. Why would I?
Come on, I didn't think so.
That's Omar.
As much as he embraced the intensity of his roles on screen, it proved challenging for his life off screen, namely his struggles with addiction. Williams told the New York Times in 2017, "The characters that mean the most to me are the ones that damn near kill me. It's a sacrifice I've chosen to make." The tributes poured in from stars like Viola Davis, Edward Norton, Mariah Carey, and the cast of The Wire. The show's creator, David Simon, called Williams a fine man and a rare talent. For Today, Joe Fryer, NBC News.
Oh, that's a terrible loss. Our best to his family. Quickly, we got to get to it. Football season is almost here. You know what that means? We don't need much of a reason around here to break out a fresh bracket, but we got a good one this time.
Yes.
We're tackling the most highly coveted topic, top tailgating foods for football. Let's take a look at the board. There's a bunch of first seeds here, Craig. First up, soft pretzel going up against loaded nachos. Gotta like loaded nachos out of the West End. We'll see if the toppings give nachos the upper hand. Next, out of the East, buffalo wings. Got to battle it out and against a nice hot bowl of chili. You don't want to underestimate that hot bowl of chili.
Too messy, though.
But wings going all the way.
Okay,
Yeah,
across the board, let's take a look out in the West here. Again, these are all 1 and 2 seeds. You've got the cheese on cheese melee, gooey mozzarella sticks versus the cheesy fries. No one orders cheesy fries, but the few people that do know that everybody around them eats theirs. So don't underestimate cheesy fries.
Mozzarella sticks.
We'll wrap things up with a classic cheeseburger going head-to-head against a messy yet delicious cheese steak.
No.
That's going to be interesting. Will the classic American cheeseburger go? Well, I don't know.
Probably bones with sauce.
Anybody? No, let's not get into the hot wing debate
So much.
If you'd like to take a look, if you're passionate about as much as we are about this, then you need help. Go to today.com/food and catch
Get lives.
It's going to be a good one.
Welcome back. Today on the third hour, the crew talks to Grammy-nominated rapper Rick Ross, who has a new book all about how to build your own empire.
This morning we're catching up with Grammy-nominated rapper Rick Ross, whose hits like Hustlin' and The Boss sure to get any party started.
Yes. He is also an entrepreneur, business owner, and author. In fact, his new book is out today. It's called The Perfect Day to Boss Up, a hustler's guide to building your empire. And Rick Ross is live with us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Okay, so we have to get right to it. We have been talking about this all morning long. Every time we go to a commercial break, we're telling everybody about your morning routine. I had no idea. Some people say they call you Rosé, which I guess is fitting. Because is this true? You start every morning with Rosé and you walk barefoot around your property? Is that true?
It's true. It's true. I love to wake up 6:30 in the morning and I do
a thing I call Barefoot Chronicles.
Okay.
Where I walk barefoot and I get a universe, an opportunity to bless the boy. That's what I call it.
Bless the boy. I love it. I love it.
I love it. One of the tips to success in your book, you say, is you don't focus on what if this goes wrong. You focus on what if this goes right.
I like that.
Right. That's most definitely the way I feel and the way I move. I feel life is such a beautiful struggle. Let's not prepare for the losses. We know we'll have losses. Let's prepare for the wins so we can keep going.
And you know, in the book, you mentioned your buddy Kanye West, and we know, that he's had some struggles, but you say he may just actually get the last laugh on all of us.
That's how I really feel. I really feel like Kanye has mastered the art of manipulating media and making amazing music. And that combination, it's no telling where to go. And I feel like if someone really feels Kanye's insane, they're crazy.
So here's my takeaway. There may be people watching, somebody in Des Moines, St. Louis. They may not be in hip hop and they may not be a rap star. But one thing I think we can all take away is that it's almost like what you think about, you bring about, and positive thinking and saying encouraging things and being, waking up on the right side of the bed, if you will.
With a rosé.
Yes. And, I talked about walking barefoot on your property. People may not realize Coming to America was the second one, Coming to America, was shot at your house. It's a 235-acre estate that you refer to as the Promised Land. And this is funny. You had a cameo, but this wasn't originally planned. How did this come about?
That was me, just approaching Eddie Murphy in Arsenio Hall every day. Hey, I'm ready, baby. You don't got nothing for me. And they squeezed me in. They squeezed me in.
When I saw that scene, I was like, is that Rick Ross?
That's Rose.
I love persistence.
He got himself a role.
So
better believe it.
Here's what I thought was interesting. You have more than 100 cars, but you just got your license, like 2 weeks ago? First of all, I want to know, what was it like to finally get to drive the cars, and which one did you bring to the test?
I actually was driven to the test, but I do have, over 100 cars, and I just hadn't had my license.
Wow.
So whenever I go joyriding, it was just one of those things. And my mom and my sister pressured me finally, so I went, took the test. It took me an hour. I missed a few answers, but I got it.
Was it worth the wait, Rick?
It was. Because you should have your driver's license. But it's just something about my smile. And anytime I got pulled over, by the time the officer walked up,
silly.
Go ahead, Rose. We know you good.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Rick, thank you. You're such a delight. We could talk to you for another 30 minutes. So you'll have to come back to the third hour today really quickly, just because I feel like I have to acknowledge, how's your health? How are you feeling? People were worried about you there for a second.
Right. I feel great. I've dropped close to 100 pounds. I've kept them off for close to 3 years. And, that's one of the things I speak about in the book is having drive and the passion to where I used to refuse to go to sleep. I would maybe lay down for 2 or 3 hours a day and be right back up because I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be successful. And after all the success, I still cut my own grass. And I try to encourage the youngsters to get that rust off the side of their mom's house and get that urine from behind the toilet. Let's start at home.
Amen to that. I love it so much. Again, the book is called The Perfect Day to Boss Up. Clearly, you have a lot of words of wisdom for all of us. Thank you so much. God bless. Thank you for joining us.
It's in stores today, and thank everybody for the support.
Welcome back. Today on Hoda and Jenna, we go unscripted. Do you know how many to-do lists I've made this morning?
How many? You love lists.
I love lists. I love lists because you know what? When it's the back-to-school time and fall is in the air, which it feels like in New York City this morning, I feel like I need to go design my classroom and organize stuff.
Did you love your bulletin board when you were and you put all the letters up and the kids?
and meeting the kids the first day. I'm just I have so many goals. You don't even know what to do with
did your kids already have their meet and greet with their teacher?
No, not yet. Have yours?
Coming. Well, they did a Zoom one of those Zoom ones,
and
it was super cute. It's just the cutest thing. It's for parents, and the parents raised their hand and they said, "Oh, Hoda, do you have a question?" I said, "I don't," but Haley did, and she goes, "Teacher Samantha, I love you." I was like, "Oh,"
right.
And that was it. That was the hello. It was super
How cute is that?
I
well,
can't
we're trying to teach because Hal's going to school. Well, like a little Mother's Day out. No, he's two.
You never know.
A little Mother's Day out situation, but we're trying to teach him to say, I'm Hal. Hello, teachers, hello. I'm Hal. And he goes, hello, teachers, I'm Poppy. Hello, teachers. I'm Poppy. And I'm like, no, but you're not Poppy. That's, hello, teachers, Poppy. I'm like, oh, gosh.
God, this is getting weird. Anyway, we want to just say hello and thank you. Everybody's celebrating Rosh Hashanah. We want to wish you a Happy New Year. We're happy that all of you guys are here.
We are listening, we were listening to Shake Your Love, the 1987 hit by pop sensation Debbie Gibson. Guess what? All of our dreams are true because she's going to come here a little later on in the show. She's going to sing a classic hit for us. And this time it's a duet with Joy McIntyre.
Yeah, from New Kids on the Block. That's going to be cool. We want to say hey to our friend Stephanie out in Pennsylvania. Thank you for watching us with your pals Pearl, Francis, and Hopi. Anyway, we love your videos. Keep them coming. We're happy that you're here, and we feel invigorated and excited.
Yes.
I've been rebooting, too. Sometimes I go to the self-help book aisle when I want to reboot my life.
Sometimes?
Sometimes I do. But there was one, I told you that I was reading the Four Agreements, which it's been around for 100 years.
I read the Four Agreements,
but who could remember?
I think in college, maybe.
Me too. I didn't remember what the agreements were. But anyway, there are just some basic ones about do your best and whatnot. But one of them is don't make assumptions. And this reminds me, I was thinking about teachers who are coming in. Because, you know, sometimes you have a kid who's a little unruly. And you're the third grade teacher. Mike is just out of control, out of control. So in the teacher's lounge, you're like, oh, Mike graduated. Thank God he's going into fourth grade. And the teacher says, oh, I have Mike. And you go, oh, God. Mike, oh no, poor you. So this teacher in fourth grade is now already eyeballing Mike. That's the one she has to keep an eye on. So this kid doesn't have a shot to like redo it. You know what I mean? It's like making assumptions,
I think. It's so true, and it's so funny because, first of all, I loved those kinds of kids.
Yeah.
Did? Yes, I still remember, and I remember somebody said, oh, well, they're hard to teach, and it was like, maybe we weren't teaching them the right way, you know? It was like always fun to figure out what made somebody tick. And I think good teachers are doing that.
That's
in
awesome.
Spades. We know some teachers watch our show too after they teach. Can you imagine?
Say thank you. We want to say.
Wait, you know what? Also, look what we have here. These little honeydews.
These, okay, it's U.S. Open time.
Yes.
And this is the beverage they've had for how long?
15 years. It's a teenager, this beverage.
It's a it's a melon ball. It's got like melon balls. It's got
right here, 3. And it's got vodka and some honey. What else is it? Well, it's called honey dew.
Let's see.
Wow. Sweeter than I remember.
Do you remember when we were at the U.S. Open, you and me, and we played?
Oh, yeah, that was so fun. And remember they did a real serve at me, and I wanted to pee my pants.
But anyway, the U.S. Open's going on as we speak right now. There are a lot of upsets.
Have you been watching tennis?
You know what? I'll be honest, I haven't been during my time off.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. You know, do you ever get that feeling where you crave something? You're like, I need a little something.
Yes, and that I do. I get that feeling all the time. But some people listen to that feeling and do something about it, like you. And some of us are like, where do we find that inspiration?
So wait, tell me about we've both been off for a while. We want to thank you guys for watching our shows that have been on.
The best off show, which I would say. And Hoda will be back in a minute. It was great. It was really fun. I took my kids to see my parents.
Oh, you did?
Took our kids, which was so much fun.
Did your mom and dad love it?
They had the best time. There was like my favorite memories, which I don't have pictures of this.
Oh my God, look at you. Peace. Oh, I love the peace.
I know. I thought that was Mila, but it's my hand.
Is that your dad behind the Kleenex box?
No.
Who was driving?
That was our friend Jason.
Oh, I couldn't tell. Look at your hats. How beautiful, by the way, is Maine.
So pretty.
It is gorgeous.
So pretty. And we just had, that was at my little cousin Dottie's first birthday. It was pizza. And it was just so much fun. That's how.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said your cousin's first birthday. I got confused.
No.
Flying kites.
Flying kites. And my favorite thing of course, I didn't take pictures of it, but was just to see the kids in my parents' bed. No. You know, to see them, to go in and play. And now Hal keeps going, Grammy, play Twux with Grammy. But Grammy's not there. It's so sad.
Oh, my
What about you?
I had a great time. You know what? We just kind of hung out with the girls and did we had we did a lemonade stand for the first time. There's nothing
It's so
more fun. It was 25 cents, and it was the whole thing. And they were both, Haley and Hope, were like, "Can we help you? Ice or no ice?" I was like, well, "Okay." And it was just the cutest. You forget how cute the littlest things in the world are.
It's the simple things, right? Flying the kite was so fun to see that because there's something nostalgic about it.
Yes.
Wait, but you also saved a baby. Or you helped. You helped, and I feel like anybody that's ever been in a moment where a child is having a full-on melt.
Yes, out of control.
Out of control. You helped with this situation.
Well, let me just preface this by saying Dylan is practically raising Haley. Okay, so I don't see her. She's with Calvin. Bye. So there was a moment where Dylan's son Ollie was having a moment like most kids do.
Yes, like all kids.
By the way, Ollie's Ollie's like the best kid, and then he has like his occasional meltdown. I happened to be walking by. We were with them at the beach. Dylan, Brian, and then he was flailing around. And I literally, you know how now when your mom, you just grab a kid, give me the kid, just give, and he just held on. And that was it.
Look, he just wanted a hug. But isn't it something about a real melt? Like Hal had his first really bad tantrum with Barbara in the car, and he kept trying to go bite her. He's never done that. I mean, it was the strangest sort of like kind of monster-like behavior. And Barbara was like, "Wow, Hal needs some sort of training school." Anyway,
we want to take a moment today to remember a man who was legendary here. Willard Scott passed away over the weekend. He was 87 years old. I have to tell you, when Willard was here, because most of us have been here when Al Roker was here.
Yes.
But Willard is the one who just sort of kind of brought Al along. And Willard spent many days here. He did birthdays and hung out. He was a blast. He was free. He was free-spirited. He hugged, he loved, he laughed. He was totally and completely himself, and everything about him we loved. Like, we had so many great laughs with him, and he was quick with a hug, and they had that easy smile.
And I feel like anybody that watched the show, that turned on the Today Show, he reminds me of, like, my childhood. You would hear his voice.
Yes.
And he was just such a big, beautiful personality. My grandmother had such a crush on him.
Well, I will not forget that kiss. And it wasn't just the kiss with your grandmother and Willard, and it was on the kisser.
Look, there on
let's
the
see,
lips.
And
right there, right
now,
there.
I have a question. Did your grandmother kiss on the lips? Was that one of the things?
Not often. No, I know. I wrote somebody this morning because I remember meeting him at the White House and loving him because he was such a big personality.
What was he doing? Was he just visiting?
There for the Easter egg roll.
Easter egg
and
roll.
so we would go up and visit my grandparents. And anyway, I said to Jean, who worked for my grandmother this morning, I said, she kind of had a crush, right? And she said, yeah, they were always flirting.
They were always flirting.
I think he just was the type of person she loved. Big personality.
Yes.
And warm and kind.
Oh, God.
Anyway, so afterwards, my grandfather said to her, I didn't know you knew Willard Scott.
And what'd she say?
And she said, I knew him. I didn't know Willard Scott. I just love that face.
I love everything about that. I love everything about that.
I didn't know that either.
That's a funny little back and forth.
I just love that face. But then they knew each other.
And by the way, listening to Jane Pauley, Katie Couric, Al especially, Al Brokaw. But Al knows what it's like to be kissed by Willard in a way that makes your career.
Yeah.
It's literally like Willard said, I love this guy. See this guy right here? I love him.
Yeah.
And I think that just kind of opened the doors for Al.
Al said that, you know how Willard always wore a little carnation? Yeah. He said that then he said, I imitated everything he did. Oh. That he wore a carnation. Oh. And somebody said, oh, Willard copied you. And he was like, no.
I copied Willard. Wow, beautiful. It's time for Unscripted. So everyone likes to figure out the way they can make their little baby crack up hysterically laughing, and Meghan Trainor found a good one, didn't she?
Of course she has. And her husband, Daryl.
Yeah.
Okay, they discovered a way to make their 6-month-old son, Riley, laugh. Take a look. What is that? A
It's a trash
I've been doing this for a half hour.
Oh my God.
love it so much.
That makes me laugh.
Sometimes I wonder what kids, like what babies must be thinking, how fun it is to be a baby and to laugh at like a trash bag.
In all the little things.
In a trash bag.
Don't you love when your kids laugh so hard that they can't hardly catch their breath?
Yes.
Hope was doing a dance sitting in her chair and Haley was watching her. Haley was doubled over like tears. She was gasping.
And especially when the sister makes the other sister laugh. Last night I was reading Little House on the Prairie to Mila, and there was a song, but I was so tired. I read the Little House on the Prairie or the Big Woods or whatever, and I sang Little House in the Big Woods, and I just kind of skipped over it because I was like, she won't get it. She's like, did you just sing the title of the book? And Mila and I laughed hysterically, and I'm like, I love that.
I love it.
Right?
I love it. Let's give a shout out to Cardi B and Offset. The rap stars welcomed their second baby together.
Oh, how cute is that?
Saturday.
A Louis Vuitton blanket, too.
And we don't know the name yet, but that little baby will join Big Sister culture. She's 3 years old.
How sweet is that?
Happy day.
Welcome back to Today Talks and our exclusive content you can only see here on Today All Day.
Oh, and like, we were just talking about being present and paying attention. It was so weird because I was listening to one of those podcasts, and they said, if you do one thing differently today than you did yesterday, try to do something so basic as pay attention. And I thought, I do, kind of. So for one solid day, I tried to pay attention to everything I was doing. This was weird. And I didn't even think about it this way. When I got up, said, thank God, drank some water like I usually do. I went right in the shower. Instead of thinking about a million things, I was looking at the lather. I was like, this is
really
what a beautiful moment this is. Oh my gosh, I feel clean. I feel refreshed. Blah, blah, blah. Went downstairs, lit a candle, took my journal out. I said, you know what? I'm going to be right here with this. So I did that. And when the kids woke up, it was like, usually I'm like, Haley, hang on. What?
Yeah.
Let me get that. I tried to just sit. Honey, tell me what it is. Okay. Mom's going to go make her coffee. Stay right there, and I'm going to come back. Instead of like, hold on.
Did you feel
I felt lighter.
happier?
And I actually felt like I got more happened.
Yes.
Instead of doing everything 20%, which is what I was doing, it was weird.
It's so interesting because I think because of technology, like the fact that we have a phone, sometimes we can act like we're paying attention to whoever it is, whoever we're with, but really we're thinking about whatever our list is. Like we can be here, but you're like thinking about the next, or making a list, or texting, or looking at a phone instead of your child.
Well, it's funny that you said that because we were in the park the other day, and there was a little girl who was on the slide dressed up, and her dad was on the phone, and she kept saying, Dad, take a video of me, take a video of me, take a video of me. She said it like 4 times so that he would look up, and he just kept looking down and doing what he was doing, and he ended up taking a video of her, and then she asked again like 5 minutes later. And I thought, I'm not judging that guy, but because we're all doing that.
Because we could be that.
Yes.
We are
and
that
we are
in different moments.
Yeah.
But it's like, I wonder how you, I guess like the only thing you can do is change you, and make sure that you're not that. I think it's so funny because I always feel more invigorated in September than I do in any other time of the year.
Because why?
Because I think I was a teacher and a student before that.
Yes.
And so this is the time where I would be making my classroom or thinking about, and there were so many goals and creating. And that to me is so important. And it's like little things like presence is something that can be a goal. And maybe it's like, you posted something, speaking of social media, that I thought was really I tried to apply it to my life. You said something like, there was some quote that was like 1% better each day.
Yes. Yeah, in 100 days you'll be 100%
it's
better.
Like even little goals, like spend dinner, put your phone away during dinner.
Yeah.
Put your phone away which should be every day.
Well, I didn't realize how much I must be on my phone until I was riding on the bike, pulling the kids in the wagon, and I had my phone in my back pocket, and my phone popped out, and the kids were like, Haley, your phone. I was like, what is wrong with her? And then I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like as if my arm had fallen off, that she screamed like that. Like, that shows, like, how I must be like, have you seen my phone?
I know.
I lost my phone. And
by the way, how many times do we say that a day? Yeah. Henry's like, it's hilarious that you say that. I always tuck it in places so I don't
you
look at it, but then I never find it. Yeah, it's always tucked in somewhere, but it's always tucked in right behind me.
One day we could do an exercise where we do the exact same thing with a pen. Where's my pen? Have you seen my pen? Everyone, my pen's right here.
I know.
And then just watch how crazy we are
People
about
would think we
an
work.
inanimate object.
Yeah, it's like, where's my water? Where'd my water go? Do you know know where my water is. Who cares?
I know. I know.
Right. Well,
we're going to do better.
I don't know if anybody watches this, but it makes me feel better. I feel like it's therapy.
It's like our own little therapy session. That's it for this episode of Today Talks. Keep watching if you desire more of Today All Day.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.